The trial of Pastor Timothy Omotoso is set to continue in the Port Elizabeth High Court today. The trial was postponed yesterday to allow Judge Irma Schoeman to apply her mind with regards to an authorisation certificate and the jurisdiction over some of the charges against Omotoso. The state was unsuccessful in obtaining a new certificate of authorisation from the National Prosecutions Authority after the trial was postponed last week to allow for this. Omotoso's defence team argued that the trial is now de novo and that any prior certificates should be considered as not valid. Well, for more on this story, we cross to our reporter, Jayed-Leigh Paulse, who's been covering this story for us. Jayed-Leigh, what's the latest where you are?
Well, Nompu, it's exactly an hour before the Timothy Omotoso trial starts. I had a very short chat with the state prosecutor Jayed-Leigh Paulse, and he looks very, very chuffed. He says that, he's positive about the ruling of Judge Irma Schoeman. You would know that she said that she wanted to apply her mind. And today we'll hear whether that, certificate will stand in court to centralize all the charges in the Port Elizabeth High Court, and also the jurisdiction of the matter, because you would know the defense lawyer Peter Doberman saying there that the court has not got jurisdiction to hear all of the charges in the indictment. There's 97 charges against Timothy Omotoso and his two co-accused, Lusando Solani and Zukis Wasito. 63 of them are main charges and 34 alternative charges. But of the 63 main charges, Nompu, only 7 offences occurred in Port Elizabeth, which will be under the Port Elizabeth jurisdiction. So today we will hear whether that will take place. I just see the ANC Women's League have now just arrived. I don't know if Natasha can just pan there and show you that. They've been at the forefront for the entire week, even last week as well, pledging their support for some of the victims in the matters. It's fairly quiet outside the Port Elizabeth High Court, Nompu. We haven't seen any of the Jesus Dominion International Church members or civil organizations coming out, but we imagine that in the next half an hour to an hour they will be making their way to the Port Elizabeth High Court. But what is also interesting to note is that I spoke to one of my sources, and he has confirmed that there are witnesses who have been called to Port Elizabeth. They are being secretly housed, Nompu. So it remains to be seen whether the trial will actually sit for the rest of the week. But there are witnesses who are in Port Elizabeth ready to take to the stand and give their testimony with regards to the Timothy Omotoso trial.
Jayed-Leigh, we're going to leave it there and catch up with you in the next hour or so.